Hey, it's Erin again at Tallgrass Film Festival in Wichita, Kansas, and now I'm here with filmmaker Greg Morgan. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. So, you're here promoting a film, is that right?
That's right. A feature film called The Boatman.
So, if you were to give someone a quick elevator rundown.
Okay. It's about a coyote, which, not a coyote, a
Hmm.
coyote that takes immigrants across the border. Um, and this guy comes across all these people that are dying in car crashes. And they're just dying. He comes up to them and they whisper their last words to him. And those change him over time. And he really gets to find out who he really is. So it's like a paranormal drama.
Okay, so explain what a coyote is.
It's a human smuggler. It's the guys that take immigrants across the border and they get paid to do so.
Is this something that people are traditionally not very kind, or they're just kind of like a hired hitman? They don't really give a shit?
That's totally right. That's totally right. In this case, and the guy is kind of a badass in the beginning, and later he changes throughout the course of the story.
So, what made you decide to write about this topic? Were you the writer and the director?
Yes, yeah, I produced, wrote, directed. I actually.
That's a lot of hats.
I know. And edited.
Oh,
So,
that's
which I love.
this
to
is like a first. You're the first. That's incredible. Your film is here at Tallgrass Film Festival, and you wrote, directed, edited, and produced. I've
That's
never
right.
heard of such a thing.
That's right.
You're like a unicorn.
There you go. Is it coming out? But I did have a co-writer on this that I brought on. I was about 30 pages down the script, and I brought on. His name is Duke Adelman, and we really worked well together. He actually worked on my last film with me as a co-writer, so I brought him on to this one after I said, well, I got to a point where I needed a little boost, and he helped me get it going. The dialogue is really sparse, and they were talking about that in our first Q&A here at Tallgrass. And that's probably due to him, because I'm much more verbose in my screenwriting. So, but that's what it ended up being, really sparse, because that character is a dark character, and he only speaks when he really needs to. And the actor, Oscar Torre, loves it that way, so he brags about it. I would rather not talk at all. It's really kind of funny.
It sounds like this would probably be an emotional film dealing with some really gruesome crossing the border things.
Right.
What was that like to be there in that situation and set up the scene?
Well, the whole shoot was really rather difficult. We shot it out at Lancaster, California, which is like a desert. It's a big giant desert. We had 3 locations out there. Then we shot the river stuff to represent the Rio Grande. We shot that actually at the Colorado River. Each scene was really, it depends. It depends on where we're at in the scene, of course, because he has a daughter that comes into play in the film, and he doesn't believe it's his daughter, and she's trying to convince him that's his daughter. So those type of scenes are a completely different emotional scene than the car crashes. And the actors really needed some time to get themselves emotionally involved in those car crash scenes, so it was really a tough shoot for them. But me, with so many hats, it's like I'm saying, we got to move on. We got to move on. Let's get this. We got to get this shot and move on to the next shot. That's what low-budget filmmaking, unfortunately, is.
Which is, at the same time, would you agree that when you have a low-budget film, that's where we really get the heart? And there's a lot of emotional, and it's got to be really emotionally charged for you when you watch the film.
I completely agree with that because, and as a director with a low-budget film, you have to get the type of actors that are really going to throw themselves into this piece. And Oscar, oh my God, he took the script and he notes. It looked like the Bible, because there was so many tiny little writings everywhere throughout his script, and I knew, oh, this guy knows every nuance of his character, and I love that. The daughter part was very difficult. We came down to 3 people, and it was almost like flipping a coin. I was just discussing this last night at one of the Tallgrass parties, that it's like they're all top actresses, but it's like, which one do you choose? Each one will give a little bit different subtlety to their part, but they're all great actresses. So I just chose one. And
What's the age of this daughter that you're
the age,
speaking
she's
of?
about 24-ish,
Uh-huh.
and Oscar, he's about 45-ish. I'm not sure the real
Well, of
ages,
course.
and I won't disclose it if I did.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a young daughter or so. This is an adult
Yeah,
daughter
adult
trying
daughter.
to say, "Dad,
Yeah.
please be my dad."
Right, exactly.
So that just adds an entirely new element to the film.
Exactly.
So how can the general public get a hold of your film?
Well, right now we are in the festival circuit.
Right.
So we're doing the tour. We do have a distributor, Shoreline Entertainment, and right now they're selling all the foreign rights to it. So if you want to go to Europe, you'll be able to find it. But here in the U.S., we're trying to get it on cable. So it'll be cable, or depending on, we just started a distribution process, so who knows what it ends up to be.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe it will be available online, on Vimeo, on Netflix?
I'm sure it will be there.
Okay.
We're going to try to go for a higher platform first.
Definitely.
This won't go theatrical, of course. It's too small of a film.
So we could buy it on Blu-ray, maybe.
Yeah,
in
I'm
Barnes
sure.
and Noble.
I'm sure it's going to end up
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Can people follow you personally?
Yes, we do have a Facebook for the film. It's called The Boatman the Movie. If you just Google that, you'll find it. The Boatman the Movie, and they can follow us on. We have Twitter from Facebook. You can go to our Twitter account and all those things. And follow how we're doing.
That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your festival.
I'm having a great time here at the fest, and thank you so much for inviting me.